Right, well, here we are. It's been a very, very trying day. Well, here we are on the Queen Mary, and I'm actually in Carl Beatty's bedroom.
It's absolutely fantastic. You come up to this Queen Mary, you see this fantastic ship still on the water, and it's superb. You just see it in the distance. It's got the lights and the funnels and everything. And to actually be in it, in these rooms that are just, it's fantastic. I mean, you've got, look, I mean, all of this. It's great. It's superb. It really is. Old fans. We've got old fans. These don't actually work, but that's an original old fan that was on there. Very atmospheric. Everyone we said, I went through customs, and the customs guy said, "Oh, where are you staying?" And I said, "Oh, we're staying on the Queen Mary." He goes, "Oh," he said, "that place is haunted." And I thought, "Well, I hope so, because we're trying to catch it." We got in the when we lost our bag. When Stuart lost his bag, the lady said, "Oh," she said, "Where are you staying?" And he just said, "It's Queen Mary." She said, "Oh, I wouldn't stay there." She said, "It's haunted." And we went, "Oh, well, that's what we want." And then when we just on here, the taxi driver gave us a thing. Said, "Oh, it's supposed to be haunted, but I don't believe in ghosts." So it's fantastic. Everyone knows this place is supposed to be haunted. So let's hope we find something. I hope we can do a good job for you guys at home.
Following Carl and Stuart's flight earlier in the week, it was time for the rest of Most Haunted's crew to grow accustomed to their new environment.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's just like being on a movie set. It's unbelievable. It's enormous, absolutely huge. I can't wait to see the rest of it.
Hello, baby. Hello, baby.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, man. How are you?
You all right?
Yeah, you.
Kieran.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How was your flight?
Here we are. Flight was great. Customs perfect. Taxi never turned up. Apart from that, we're all right.
And it is.
Now we do.
Mr. Akination himself.
Look at you. This is very nice, isn't it? So you're behind the calls at 3 in the morning while
Nothing to do with me.
I'm still in London. So a few phone calls at 3 in the morning every night. That's fine. Just to remind me that things are good out here. It's warmer. The girls are nice.
Our stay on board represents a significant step in our attempts to capture conclusive proof of paranormal existence. And two particularly keen investigators were eager to tell us what they hope to achieve.
The ship itself hasn't been investigated properly. They've had investigators on the ship before, but nothing on a continuous basis. Now we're here for 3 weeks. It's a real waste of an opportunity to be here and just shoot 2 shows. So it's a continuous investigation.
It'll be an unusual investigation too, because any of the previous investigations have been focused on the medium, and we're using the medium to aid the investigation, basically the investigative tool. Or a lot of the previous accounts, which are unverifiable, just come from a medium walking around by himself, maybe with a tape recorder and a VCR. It's just useful to have a team where you've got people with loads of different specialties, loads of different skills, and to actually do it for 3 weeks. It'll be, I guess, the longest investigation of its type on this boat.
The imminent prospect of a 3-week investigation certainly excited us all and produced a feverish debate on the methods that would produce the best evidential results.
If we're talking about an old-fashioned system of recording, then why don't we get a cylinder player?
A cylinder player,
Yeah,
what's that?
with old-fashioned wax discs, cylinders, and a paper horn, and start up and going and see if we pick something up with that.
So how do we communicate with spirit?
Well, I'm just going on the assumption that David says the older the form of recorder, they seem to get much better results with the old-fashioned piano key type cassette player than the more modern dictaphone.
There's a sceptical argument as to why you're getting better results with older equipment, and that's because the equipment is not so good quality. So you get interference, you get distortion, you get noise, and that's interpreted, or people read into that as communication. They'll hear things that aren't actually there.
We've never caught ghosts. No one's ever caught one, so we don't know what they're measuring. We don't know what their density is, like EMF meters. You know, we've got all this thing that we're throwing. We don't know what a ghost is made of, so we don't know if any of it works. How can you measure a ghost being there or not if we've never caught one? So how to communicate? It's different. We don't know, and the only way to do it is exactly what you suggested, is by trying it.
Yeah. The more things we try, the better. The more things we're seen to be doing, the better. Because one day we may just do it.
Well, that's what we're here for. I mean, that's what everyone's got a different level of belief, and everyone has a different expertise in technology, and everyone has a different idea. And I think that that's why we are here, to get around a table like this and talk about what we're going to do. Yeah. And I think the more Richard, you're 100% correct. It doesn't matter how many times we fail, because we only need to succeed once.
When we were at the where Radio 1 were.
Golden.
Right, that breath that we caught, that, the laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, that's horrible.
It seems to me, is this not right? Audibles, we're getting more than anything else, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're getting sounds more than anything. We're getting breaths, noises,
we need to know where we're going to take
cries.
those sounds. We need. That's my.
What's the next?
Yeah.
So if they can communicate with us, if they are making noises like sighs, coughs, laughter, then they are capable in that case of actually talking on our on our level, on our frequency. So are we either just lucky getting the right ghost who has the right energy, the right spirit, who has the right energy to communicate?
You're right. They have to understand us to actually to respond. To have the response we've had.
If we are in a heightened state,
Yes.
if we have the energy, if we're in a heightened state, if we're up, if we're happy, and we're all really bonded as a group, then does that give them the key to communicate better?
How many
with
times
us?
has it happened? How many times have we been messing around, Stuart and I?
Yeah.
And we hear something.
Well, the Golden Fleece, we were getting, what's his name, out of the toilet, and we were laughing and...
Yeah, we were. The key is to basically
Oh, we were.
not be tired.
Mm.
Keep the
Happy.
Keep it up.
Nothing
And
happens
it makes
when we're all
it makes
sat down.
sense too. There are groups in England that are already working in the same way. There's the traditional vigil, which is keeping quiet, sitting there and calling out, is there anybody there? And I still think we should keep along that lines, but at the same time, concurrently, we should be doing other vigils where we're almost replicating the same sort of environment that people will be in when they experience and witness ghosts, which is they're going about their daily activity, they're cleaning, they're having a joke, they're interacting, they're unaware, they're not expecting anything.
Just been for a walk round. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating place.
We've been in the Queen's Salon, which was first. David picked up on a lady dancing in white on her own, and that's exactly what's been seen in there. And also picked up on strange flashing lights, which is also what's been seen in there. The first class suite area again picked up on an entity that's likes to be clean, likes to be tiny. First class, I think David said more first class than the first class passengers.
When I came up here, walking down the corridor, I remember that these ships have these vast corridors, don't they? They just sort of go on forever. But it's like there's always for me on this going on, peeping round doors. So it's like I'm like, who's that? Is that someone living or what? Now here, I've got someone who is busying himself here, almost like he's working here. But I mean, I can obviously see that that's probably an adjoining door. Therefore, this room is linked to another. But it's like he's going right through the whole area. So it's not just this room, that room.
Right.
So it's going right through. He's like a valet. He's like a butler, I suppose you would say.
Yeah.
It's almost like also he's fussing enough to want us out of here.
Why would
Ushering
you want
us
that?
out. Because we're not right, we don't fit. I think that's what he's saying, we don't fit.
We're not first class.
Probably, yeah, we're not first class passengers. It might be that. He's not communicative, he's very the expression that people will often say of servants in royal households. This is not what he is, but it's just to kind of illustrate the point. They become more royal than the royalty they look after.
Right.
So he's become more first class than the first class passengers
Right.
that he looked after. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
You know
does,
what I mean?
absolutely,
So
yeah.
he's very sort of like...
Looks down his nose at Yeah.
People, probably even at the passengers who could well afford it.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced, if I'm being perfectly honest, that there are hundreds of spirits on here. I think it's residually, in other words, Eccles is very active. On individuals actually walking around haunting, I think there'll be considerably fewer than people think.
Okay, so we've just got back, basically for me, from an hour of hell. We've just been to the very far end of the ship, where the workers on board this magnificent passenger liner used to bunk down, basically. And because everything was at scramble, and it's very dark conditions that we were working in, I'd actually put the camera down in the sink, and I had a strap around me with a battery with a wire connecting to a light called a pag light that went on top of the battery. And what happened was, as I moved away, the wire that was connected to a light that goes on the top of here pulled the camera, fallen on the floor, hence I've bust the camera, which didn't go down too well with Carl, being he owns the camera, so I'm not too happy, unfortunately, but you know, these things do happen. I do like to go through life not making any mistakes, but unfortunately that man's not been born yet. And today I've made the biggest mistake so far in my life. That's what's basically happened, but we're getting round it. We've got a courier coming first thing in the morning to pick this up, take it back, repair it. If he can't repair it...
Stuart dropped it.
Like I said, he broke the camera. So the courier's going to pick this up tomorrow and take it away. If he can't fix it, we'll get another one on hire. But apart from that, everything's going fantastically well. So I can't wait to get stuck into all the videos tonight. Roll on the good times.
Also on board was our US location manager, Sarah, who was persuaded by Carl to venture into the eerie confines of the passenger cabins.
Is there any spirit entity in this room with us? Any astral being that would like to make itself known to us? My problem is it's not very cosy in here. It's quite warm.
The heater's on over there. I'm of course actually freezing. I've still got my gloves on.
I'm cold, aren't you?
I'm freezing. Yeah. Thank you.
How cold you are.
I know. I've got layers. Layers amazing. In fact, Kira just did a thermal image of my hand and Gail's hand. And mine is the blue one.
Should we go in the other room?
All right. I'm actually a bit scared. It's very dark.
What?
I swear I saw something in that doorway.
What do you think we saw?
Like a light on the...
What, the doorway we just came through?
I don't know.
Because there are two doorways there, isn't there?
I can see like a round circle of light. We're too high for a car headlight to come in, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're on the Oceanside. Yeah, we're Oceanside. We're Oceanside, so we couldn't get in.
Right. If there are any astral beings in this room with us, please make yourself known now. Show yourself. Walk across this room. Knock on the table in front of us. Make a noise. If there is the spirit of a lady in this room, please make yourself known. I just can't.
I feel it's dead. I really feel it's as dead as a dead thing on dead day.
There is little doubt that B340 was the one room that has so far grabbed everyone's attention. And that included the hotel security officer, Joseph, who shared a vigil in there with David, Kieran and John.
Earlier on the lit walk around, David picked up a scream, and the scream he attributed to a young girl, and the father got the impression was somebody connected to the ship.
Did you just touch me?
What?
No.
Nobody need, David.
I thought it was the boom.
No.
Really?
Yeah, something just prodded me in the back.
Definitely not. The boom wouldn't have done it, it would have been his shoulder if I didn't touch you.
Move you had a big space behind you, right there.
I'm sorry, Kieran. Just someone pushed me in the back.
It's usually common for some of the employees that come here, they feel like someone's touching them. Some cases occur, like they feel like they try to push them into the rooms when they're trying to enter.
Oh, really?
Into the room.
Yeah, when they're trying to get pushed into the room.
Which is what you got. You got the feeling
So
like you're being
I've
pulled
been
into.
pulled into the room. That's what I got one. That's interesting. That just happened again. My coat was pulled this time again. Physically pulled outside. My jacket was pulled down.
Richard, were you pointing the camera at David?
Yes. No, I didn't see it. I mean, I've got his shoulders and head.
Right.
Not got his coat, unfortunately.
This happened again on my back.
It wasn't me.
Why is it happening? Oh, shit, it happens to
Well,
me.
that's scary.
We've just done it again.
I just felt someone push the boom.
Did you?
Really?
Just as you came past, yeah. It wasn't John.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me, no. What, with the mini camera?
Do that again if anyone did push it. Do it again. I was just expecting something to happen. That's maybe what it is. I mean, how do you feel in there? Do you feel freaked out?
This is usually the area I don't like to come to because when I usually patrol the ship by myself, this area they usually ask me to come here, look at the doors. I don't feel comfortable coming around here. As of right now, you can tell by the sound of my voice, I feel not comfortable right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with us here? Well, even with a group?
Yeah, it's just something like right now I just feel kind of weird inside, like kind of nauseated just a little bit. This area is, I really don't feel comfortable around here sometimes.
This place, I think we should come back to.
Yeah, I think so. Or even
the other group.
Yeah, another group should try.
Room B340 is synonymous with death and poltergeist activity. Few dare to enter, and as these 3 crew members discovered, even fewer wish to return.
As soon as the door closed, we hadn't even closed the door behind us. We were all in one room and all the lights went off.
You turn the lights out?
No? Did you turn the lights out?
I thought you switched them out. I don't know where the light switch is. I'll put the fucking thing back on.
Did you not turn it off?
No, I thought one of you did. That's what I said to you before. What we switched the lights off for?
No. I was filming.
We've just, the Stuart, John and myself, we've just come into room B340. We were just about to go outside and come in again to do a shot. And the lights went out. I thought John had put them out. John thought Stuart had put them out. Stuart thought I put them out. None of us had put the lights out. They've just gone out. It was noises. It was things floating around. Funny enough, it was in here. He said that he could feel a lot of pain. And in there, he said he didn't feel a great deal. But when you started to say you didn't feel right, I got my headache in this room.
Yeah.
But surely if there was nothing.
I've just had something go across the screen.
Shit! What?
You wouldn't believe what's just gone past your screen.
Pains inside of my head to start with, and then I felt as though someone was come up behind me. Funny enough, I felt someone come, not with my arms, but their arms under mine, and squeezing my chest, just come to a point that I couldn't bear the pain anymore. I had to leave the room. I had to go.
What's up, mate? Are you okay?
Show yourself.
Carl, sit down. Sit down on the bed, mate. Sit down on the bed. Just sit down. Just sit down. Forget the shot. That doesn't matter.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh god.
Are you alright, John? Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Don't worry about me.
Oh. Gotta get out. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Don't leave me here.
No, it's alright. I'm staying. You okay, mate?
As soon as I got out, I started to squeeze.
Good.
Somebody's having a laugh. Oh, take this.
John.
What's up, John?
John?
I'm fine.
What's up with you?
What's the matter?
What's up, Dibs?
John, what's the matter? John? Alright, get him out.
I'm fine.
You're not fine, John.
Just hang on a minute. John, what's happening? Just explain something.
Jesus, cold as